Morning. I know I promised the video of me bashing my Kraton on for my next video, but I just wanted to do a quick catch-up video about a couple of issues that I've experienced with it. The first issue that I had is when I bought the car, I bought myself two of these batteries to use with it. And they seemed to be working fine. Everything was good. And then I'd also purchased the programmer with it when I got the car. And obviously when I first used the car, obviously factory voltage is set to cut off at about 3.6, 3.7 volt per cell. And it was cutting off very quickly. So I used the programmer to change the settings, and while I was in there I upped the brake a bit and I upped the punch level. Now factory 6, I upped it to 7. Now when I did that, my run time dramatically reduced. I asked on the forums for some advice, and I know you're going to get this everywhere, but a lot of people came back and slated these Z batteries. So I did a bit of research, and it was, the advertised C rating. Obviously, if you see, these are rated at 80C. You know, they lie. It's not what they say it is. So I did a bit of research and found out how to test the batteries for the C rating. Now, I used the Sky T200, and that has the ability to internally do an internal resistance of each cell. So in the research, it says that the batteries have to be at room temperature. And, you know, so I got the batteries up to room temperature because, as you can probably see, I store everything in my garage. So I got the batteries up to room temperature. I did the internal resistance reading. And according to the online calculator that I used, it said that you use the highest reading to work it out. So if you notice, I did some stickers so I could get the reading. Now, as you can see, the highest reading on both batteries is 4.9. So that gave me a C rating, according to the online calculator, of 13.C with a continuous current output, ampage output, of 95.76. As you can see, both batteries, the readings come out exactly the same. I know that each cell is slightly different, but it said you go from the highest. And as you can see, the highest on both is 4.9. So I'm thinking, okay, that's nowhere near what they said. So I bought myself some better batteries, some Centros. These are 100C, and these are supposed to be far better. Now, one of the batteries is a year old, and one of the batteries is brand new. Now, people say that you shouldn't mix new with old, and others say as long as the batteries are very similar in condition, you're fine. So before I used them, because I've used them this morning, before I used them, I did a reading of these as well. And as you can see, each cell is very similar to the Z ratings. Now, funnily enough, this one is the brand new battery. This one is roughly a year old. But based on the readings I've got, this one is actually a better battery than the brand new one, which I find very strange. Now, okay, this has all been done very, very roughly. It's not scientific. I'm probably going to get comments with people go, that's the worst test we've ever seen. But this is what I've done. Anyway, this morning I've been out with the car, and I do have footage that I will be uploading soon with the run. But the Z batteries gave me a run time of just over 11 minutes. The Centro gave me a run time of give or take 15 minutes. Yeah, I know, slightly higher milliampage. Now, some figures that I've got, which you'll see in the footage, is 47 mile an hour top speed, 47 mile an hour top speed. Like I say, just over 11 minutes run time, give or take 15 minutes run time. Now, obviously, the whole thing that started this was these were terrible when I upped the punch on the car. Now, to be completely honest, when I went back into the ESC settings with my programmer, and I lowered the punch setting from factory 6 to 5 because I wanted to see what difference it would have. Now, 47 mile an hour is plenty fast enough, but obviously it didn't have the punch to make it wheelie on full throttle acceleration from standstill. So I'm going to repeat this test, but I'm going to put the punch back to 6, and I'm going to see how we go. Now, to be honest, I was more than happy with the performance on 5, and unless you want it to wheelie everywhere, do you need it to wheelie? So I'm going to put it back to factory 6, do the test again, and then I'm also going to up it to 7 and do the test again and see what happens. But as it stands at the minute, these two batteries cost me £90 delivered. This one battery cost me £93 delivered. I'm more than happy to run these at the reduced punch for the cost saving. But to be a fair comparison, like I say, I do need to up the C rating back to factory and see if there's a massive difference in performance then. So watch out for my next video where you see the video footage of this test, and then watch out for my next video where I do punch level 6 and then punch level 7. So if you've not already, please subscribe and give me a follow to keep up to date with the latest videos. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.